Hey there and welcome. My name is Pete and today I have some news regarding the Patreon for you. It has been a few days since the channel surpassed 100,000 subscribers, but this is technically still part of the celebration, at least that is how I intended it. The announcement has something to do with merchandise though, so I had to set up the new merch store first, and if you have watched that video, then you know that the whole process was a little more tricky than I had anticipated. Now, the Pete Complete Patreon has existed for well over 2 years now, and over time it has grown significantly. Thanks to your pledges, I have, among other things, been able to afford new hardware and software, a faster internet connection, and just a few days ago, a brand new microphone. Not to mention that your support also allows me to only work part-time in my other job at the university, which in turn gives me enough time to make these videos for you. Still, and believe me, this is as crazy to me as it is to you, there are people out there who would like to pledge even more than what is currently possible with the 4 Patreon tiers we have. Now, of course, I am very happy about that, but I also feel like there should be some form of reward for these people, and this is where the merch comes into play. Starting today, I am very happy to announce the Patreon merch tier. With your pledge, you earn the right to pick any item from the Pete Complete store, whether it's a shirt, a bag, a poster or a mug, or whatever else we might have in the future. Once you become a supporter in the merch tier, all you have to do is send me a quick message with the item you want, and then I'll send it over to you, just like that. And yes, that does of course include the mugs as well, which are technically hosted on Teespring, but every item is available. All this information can be found in the welcome note that you should receive once you join the tier, but I have also put it down below in the video description and I have made a separate post over on Patreon as well. But all in all, the process is really that simple. Just pick what you want, select your color and size, send me all the info and you will receive your merch. There are, however, 2 things I would like to mention at this point. First, I ask that you please be a little patient. Keep in mind that t-shirts, bags and posters are shipped from the UK, and with a lot of you being in the United States, international mail can be a little slow, especially in these times. I will likely also take care of your orders, if you will, in bulk, just like I do with the postcards, which might add a few days to the whole process. Secondly, some of you might be familiar with the fact that Patreon also offers merch fulfillment, which is in fact a little easier to handle both for creators like me as well as for supporters like you. I have, however, made the deliberate decision to handle the whole thing myself, since this is the only way to offer you the entirety of the merch portfolio without having to set up a vast number of separate Patreon tiers. Not to mention that Patreon of course also wants to have their cut for handling merchandise, and since I am still a little unsure about how many people will exactly join this tier, I am also not quite sure if that is actually worth it. I don't think the current process is overly complicated in comparison, but I do want to be open and upfront about why we're doing it this way. And yeah, that is really all I have. I am very curious to see how this tier is received and which items you guys pick should you choose to support me this way. At this point, one last thing that is very important to me, and I have it written on my Patreon page as well, but I want to mention it again here. Please do not feel like you owe me anything or that you absolutely must support me. I am of course extremely grateful for every single pledge I receive, but please do not go above your means for me. If you don't have the funds to spare, especially in these times, then your views, your likes and your feedback on my videos are already greatly appreciated, and I cannot and will not ask you to support me unless you are completely comfortable doing so. So please always keep that in mind when I mention the Patreon. With that being said, I hope that maybe for some of you the new tier offers exactly what you have been waiting for, but if there's anything that is still unclear or not working as intended, then please let me know and I will look into it. And that's it for today. All I can say at this point is the usual. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.